So I am currently, easiest way, the Shield Isles, which is just off of the coast of, well, everything in Middle-earth. I guess we are closer to Harad than not. Which explains the setting. I do think it's a pretty zone. Like the skybox is cool. Skybox is always good, although, I don't know, these days, man, you can kind of tell that's a JPEG. Like, you can see a little bit of fuzziness up there. And the stars themselves are still pretty sharp, but you look at, like, the Milky Way, and it's like, ugh. Still pretty. I mean, it gets the job done. But I've been enjoying this zone. It's not the best zone, just because it's a pain in the ass to get around. It's kind of the point of it, though, is you're very much island hopping around here. What quest do I have up here? Looks like Jeb Patel has something going on. What is this? Hunt for something. We're out and defeat. Oh, it's that Sabertooth. I can give this another shot. This thing kicked my ass before. Do a backflip? I don't think there's any backflip in this game. One of the only games. Most games have like a backflip mode. I don't think LotRO has anything of the sort.
Hi!
What is the dock over here? Oh my god, they really need to get back to this UI. It is so half done right now. I mean, I'm glad it's half done and not just not done, but still. Sound test if nothing else. Fairly loud, but not too bad. I might want to actually put my damage reflect on this enemy. This Sabertooth could beat my shit. The dots on these things is real. Now, a big part of it, I think, is just an imbalance from being at tier 3, but we have to do it from the south, don't we? Now, see, at night, this is unnavigatable. Can't see shit. And I don't remember what the personal light was. Oh. We have a... I know it was like one of the FTs, but I don't want to like just start hitting all of them. Of course. Look this up, I guess. Alt F4 or F10, not F4. That's different. I don't know if this is gonna help me at all. Maybe a little. At least see what's directly in front of me. I am noticing that just the straight up direct damage route on Guardian seems to be the way to go for like 90% of fights now. I mean, it probably always was, but the big thing is just to make sure that you don't accidentally start stacking on that reckless buff or something and not notice it. Because all of a sudden you will start taking a bunch of damage. Where is this stupid thing? I don't want to just abandon this quest. It doesn't look like I might. But I think we get like, what was it like? You have to do so many quests for these orcs up here. And I've already done them. Like, I've done the prerequisite amount, but I hate having this thing still on the tracker. That ain't it. Yeah, I'm remembering why I had a bad first impression of this area. There's too much foliage everywhere, like, not easy to find where you're supposed to be going. These guys, also a problem. I mean, that thing just did a ton of damage. And I get it, it's a sneak attack, but for fuck's sake. Now see, I'm shooting him. He should not get a sneak attack here. Okay, well, he got blocked anyway. I have no idea. Ah, this is the other problem. Bleeds that you can do nothing about. I'd like to hit him, please. Excuse me? What do you mean, invalid target? Yeah, they're just everywhere in here, man. Holy shit. And I have a strong feeling it's the lag of the game, where even though I detect them, like, I can see them, it doesn't update until I'm already on top of them. Excuse me. So I need to make sure we have got all of them out of here. Okay. Try this one last time before I just abandon this quest, because this thing is overtuned as shit. What? Why are you aggroing also with a Prowler? Okay, let's hit with that. Oh, I'm getting fucked up here. Oh no! Oh no! There's 30 damage. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm actually dead. Use all my buffs. Doesn't matter. I'm dying like crazy here. Yeah, there's no way to do this. There's no way. There's no way. I'm abandoning it. The fact that there's stealth things all around, that's already an incredibly hard one-on-one fight. And then a Prowler comes slinking on in and does, you know, over a third of my damage in the middle of it. Fuck you. Starting the stream with rage quitting a quest. Gotta love it. And I have an arrow stuck in my hand. I hate this glitch. Man, everything's going wrong. Cancel this quest forever. It doesn't exist anymore. Okay. Talk about a shit start, man. I knew it was going to be a problem. And honestly, a lot of it, if I was playing it like normal difficulty, it wouldn't be an issue at all. But considering that like 99% of this game is too easy, Like, honestly, I hate to say it, they really need to balance the entire game around Tier 3 difficulty. This needs to be what they balance the game around. There's plenty of room above and below it. Do we have an actual quest there, or is that just a placeholder? Find the location to the west where Sergon wants to talk to you. Oh, okay, yeah, we actually do need to go there. Main quest, go. So now I have to, like, shoot with an arrow to try and get this stupid arrow out of my hand. It is out. As long as... Okay, we timed it right. We're good. God, that just pisses me off. Because I knew it was going to happen, too. I'm sitting there like, well, maybe. Maybe if I'm careful and I clear shit around it. Oh, wait, no. There was something invisible next to it that I couldn't have possibly seen. Yeah. Yeah, not happy with that one. Yeah, balance in this game is out the window. There's certain encounters that even just at Tier 3 are way overtuned. And the problem is, if you're playing on normal, like, the game is just insultingly easy. Where is this guy? Okay. Yeah, he is. I mean, you don't even have to think about your rotation. You can just sit there and AoE and, you know, take on 20 enemies at once, no problem. Which is cool, don't get me wrong. I'd rather the game be approachable than not. Especially when it's this large. Well, it doesn't help that Guardian has taken a beating lately.
Thank you for it.
Oh, dear God. Skimming. Knew of Belandor as a young man who was born in Amphilis. Okay. We're nigh inseparable. He was at my wedding. However, I was having to keep the stuff first. He gave us for a wedding gift. Blah blah blah. Got it. As a guardian of the city, fair and just to the Umbari people. They loved him. This love proved to have a cost. Okay. Well, when the quest objective is wait for this NPC to think. There he goes.
Over time, the steward Denethor came to distrust Belandor.
He believed Belandor had fallen under the sway of the Church of the All-Seeing, a religion that had, at the time, a small, though growing presence in the city of Umbar. Is this the first we've actually heard of religion in Lord of the Rings? I mean, other than, like, the Valar, which are demonstrably real. I guess you're not, like, demonstrably by the end of Lord of the Rings. Unless you count, like, Gandalf. Dude is a walking angel, after all. But he's not exactly out there being like, oh yeah, no, God is totally real, guys. I met him, like, last Tuesday when I died. Our friend had fallen in love with an Umbari noblewoman. I do not know how the steward came to learn of this. I do. He had a palantir. But the rumors eventually came to even to the White City. There must have been spies aboard one or more of Belandor's ships, or working in the court of Meshka's home. When paired with Belandor's recent missives, which counseled mercy and fairness for the Umbari people, these whispers painted a clear picture of betrayal But the Sword of Gondor could not disbelieve. See, this is good extended lore. I like this. This is totally believable. It's using, the steward and the palantir, not in a way that like commandeers it, but it's like absolutely an offshoot of it, where you're like, yeah, no, this makes sense. This is the kind of shit he was doing. Good job. I like this. He commanded the master of his navy to pursue the traitor Belendor, relieve him of his duties, and bring him back. I could not refuse the command. This time it's going to take him 15 seconds to come up with this next thing of text. Wait a minute. Is this powered by AI? Are we burning water right now? Actually, sadly, they say that some of this is AI-driven. Not the dialogue so much, but the names of certain cities and stuff. I don't know if it's here, but I'm pretty sure Umbar. They used AI to duplicate Tolkien's naming schemes, from my understanding of it. So, I don't know. Not sure how much stock to put in all that.
Deceit comes easily.
Could not thank my old friend the traitor without good cause. On any other day, a call to dinner at my manor house would have been the signal for a time of merriment. But on this day, it was a lure. Belendor answered the summons, for he had no reason to suspect the orders given to me. Over dinner, I asked him where lie his loyalties. His answer did not dispel my worries. They lie with Umbar, city of sails, my old friend. They lie with my Meshka, to whom I am betrothed. And only then do they lie with Gondor. Could a man not serve 3 loves equally in his heart, if he is wise and fair? The Steward Azor does not think so. Raised voices would have proven to me that our friendship was at an end, even if the drawn swords had not followed. Each sustained injuries in that duel, and Belendor fled through the shadowed streets of Pelargir, where his ship lay moored. 3 days I pursued him in my own vessel, when at last he dared draw too near the grinding jaws. Among the rocks of the Shaddak's kin, his ship perished. Some of his crew were rescued, but of Belendor there was no sign. Okay. So he's here. They're very wordy in this game, man. Just general upgrade in every way. Looks exactly like what I have. That's unfortunate. At least how this look like. I'm digging some of the cosmetics here. They at least look different. Like, it's not the usual stuff we've had for the last 20 years.
May not be the same man, but in my heart, I know he must be.
Did he survive? He did not hold hatred for Gondor in his heart before that night, whatever the steward may have believed. But after, no man could do otherwise. I cannot know by what path he returned to Umbar. When he did, it seems he found others who shared his mind. Blah, 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 blah. We get the idea here. Tell Sergon that it is the mission of the Wave Hunter to rescue Nariel's son, Thorongil, and that your friend Corridon and your friend Corridon from the kindred of the Cords, no matter who comprises the membership. Must be so, but you must tell the Lady Nariel what I have told you. If her son may be further endangered by this account, she deserves to know of it. Well, that's good of him. I don't know why I was dragged out here to be told about it. Just to be then told, oh yeah, go ahead and tell everyone about it. I will say this zone does not perform very well. Like, I'm actually getting like, well, now I'm getting close to 60, but a lot of this place dips down to like the 30s, and I'm like, ooh, it's game should not run this bad.
You have the look of someone who bears bad tidings.
You know, I gotta give it to Nariel. She's one of the only, like, important NPCs I've ever seen that does not hide her helmet. He's like, nah, this is part of my look. Deal with it. You tell Nariel briefly. Yeah, that emphasis on that, because people are a little long-winded in this. And it's not to me unless Sirgon thinks to stand with the kindred of the coins against us. Do you think he might? Why would he tell us that? It's still some time away. We must first leave these islands and reach the city of the Corsairs. Naxamat and some others of the crew have gone to the settlement of Halrax on the southern island of Zamarzir to see what they can learn of the bounty hunters that Saclafel has likely employed. Okay, so we're doing that. Honestly, once you get to this southern area here, like, the area makes much more sense. What is this quest over here? Line in the sand. What are you? Look at Javik and Marnafra. I don't even think there's a boat here. I do wish it was a little easier to get around this area. I kind of get that, like, the first time around it's hard to get around, but once you get these dock masters, that really should be it.
Oi.
Does look like there's a Marnafra one. Okay, good. I didn't actually see that. Once again, that you can just chalk that up to the shit maps in this game. Yeah, this place runs like ass. Holy shit. Hold on, what am I getting? 40 FPS? It feels like less. It seriously feels like it's just chugging. I love the player. Yeah, it's not quite dipping below 40, but man, it's close. I mean, I don't know. To me, it looks bad. I'll say that. Like, for a game that I was running on a non-gaming laptop in 2007, this game should not have any performance issues. Like, I really wish it was in the cards somehow to do a rebuild of this game. Or at least bring in some people to figure out what's going on. Because there's people that can figure this out, right? I won't talk too much shit, because I'm not one of them. But there are people that can do it.
What news has come in with the tide?
Like, you contract them out for, you know, a fair amount. Sure. And you see what they can do. Okay, that was just a turn in. I can turn that off. Or two different lights, that's weird. Anyway. Oh? Oh, someone's running Peregrine, okay. Wait, no, they're not. Peregrines are, River. What the hell is this guy on about? Does he need Peller gear? Because This guy just posted like this long thing trying to recruit people. They said, like, help me free Peregrine. You mean the Hobbit? Like, I think he means Pelargir. Oh well.
It is a fine day indeed.
But it's night. Oh my god. Seriously. One of their top priorities needs to be zooming in on the map. It doesn't help that when they made this map, look at all this dead space. Right? And this is a modern one. They knew when they made this map that this was a problem. How the hell am I supposed to find anything on this map? Like this might be one of the worst maps in the game, just because it's mostly water and it's just wasted space. And there's no ability to zoom in. Like, I don't even care if it ups the resolution or anything like that. Just let me zoom in on the pixels, man. I can't fucking read it. That Kafagar? No, it ends in that. What is this place? Okay, clear all. That is Howrax. Okay, got it. Jeez. Like, that's an unreadable mess. Like, I hate to say it, they really do. Like, obviously, I don't know the numbers. I know that this game is profitable, right? Like, it brings in money. It's up there with the EverQuest, apparently. But they seem completely unwilling to bring in outside help that they desperately need to try and figure out just... there's a laundry list of things that need to get fixed in this game. And they just don't seem to want to. And it's such a shame. No answers for you. Get out of here, you scamp. It also cracks me up that our VIP rewards person is here in the middle of the town, just not looking like she belongs at all. Again, who am I to speak? I don't exactly fit in. Maybe if I was wearing that shit, but I'm not trying to do all that. But seriously, like, every year this game falls more and more out of date. And what used to be like funny little haha problems are starting to compound. It's sad to see. Because this game is basically like rotting in front of us, you know? Like each Windows update, each time they jam more stuff into the game instead of fixing what's there. You know, each graphics card update, everything is just working against this game. And the sad thing is, if this had even a team of amateurs working on it, and I say amateurs, they're really not. When people do like emulation and stuff for MMOs, I say it's not recording. Typically, they're actually professionals. They're just doing it as a side thing, you know. Usually because they love the game, you know, because it's the kind of thing that they know they can do that others can't, you know, whatever the reason may be. So I recognize that not everybody could just step in and fix this, but they are out there. They do exist. Folk of Hellrax were less than helpful. I did have more success than you, but remember that I did grow up here. There are not many folk who remember me, but there are a few. Learn from them that perhaps a dozen bounty hunters met with Saclofel's man Galladay. But of that number, only 3 seemed serious about it. One of these I heard talk about even when I was just a child, the Blade Twist. He must be an old man by now, surely. Or it's a title that gets handed down. Come on, man. Are you even slightly genre aware? The other's a woman, Cruel Dancer. And of those I spoke to, she is believed to have the greatest chance of actually claiming any of the bounties. It seems Blade Twist and Cruel Dancer have already departed the islands, but the 3rd bounty hunter may still be here. The man they call Driftwood. I don't know, man. You got Blade Twist and Cruel Dancer. They sound pretty intimidating. Then you have Driftwood? Really? Alright. He lives here in Hellrax. Perhaps you can speak to Monodon? Monodon? I guess that's it. A man who tends a bar here, and learn where we can meet with him. You're certain to redeem yourself in the eyes of the crew. Oh, my apologies. Well, that's the first I heard about that. Oh, that or he's just drumming up shit. He could be. Could be. No, are we actually gonna have a mutiny? That'd be fucking hilarious. Guy. Like, it's a shame, man. Like, this is a great environment. Unlike anything we've seen in Lord of the Rings online so far, right? But I'm sitting here, like, just wrestling with the quest tracker. Okay, any reason you just ran out? Part of a quest or something, buddy? You don't even have a name. Okay. It's a cool animation. I don't think I've ever seen that run animation before. Like, where he, like, comes to a stop and looks around. That's actually pretty cool, but what the fuck's he doing? I'm sure we'll find out someday. Like, the most reliable thing you can do is set the quest focus and then follow it on the map. Like, here we got lucky. He's actually here. There's other times where, you know, it gets crowded with other icons and you can't tell where the hell things are. This guy has no voice acting. Okay. You know the man named Driftwood? At least ways I know him as much as any other who lives here. You don't ask questions about folk who end up in Zerar Tarka. The place for lost things, and some of those things don't want to be found, if you take my meaning. You tell him that you might have information of interest to Driftwood, and a friend of the man that would help you find him. Maybe that's so, maybe it ain't. This is not a place for friends. It's a bar. Kind of is. He's here most every night, drinking, and he is generous with his coin. Perhaps that makes us friends after all. But he's a man grown, and he does not need me to protect him. He lives on the lower level of Hellrax on the southwestern side of the inlet. So there we go. I don't want anyone coming back here and causing trouble if he doesn't want to speak to you. Well, whatever. I guess that was productive. Up here? Oh. A different quest. Okay, I was about to say. Not the direction he just sent me in. Yeah, a bit of future-proofing would do so much good for this game. Unfortunately, I get the feeling that they just have a couple developers at most. And they've got this long list of shit to do. And if they're lucky, they'll do half of it over the course of a year, while also, you know, making... Like, when I say developer, I mean, I'm sure they've got more than that. Because they do have people making content for the game, which is great. That's wonderful. I'm in content that people have been making over the last, you know, recent years. But we need more than just new stuff. If they're just kind of piling stuff on top of this game, and it already can barely handle it. Who the hell is this guy? Leads me this way. I don't see him. Professor, huh? Okay. I'm guessing these oddball NPCs are part of quests that I just don't know about. Over here? This is the problem I'm talking about. They bring you to a kind of an area, but then you don't really see where it is. I get it. You're supposed to look around, but... Nope, went too far. The icon came back. It is pointing me this way. I mean, am I supposed to be up? No, that's a cliff. Did I just not go close enough to something? There we go. Okay, he was actually kind of hidden. I'll give him that. I'll go figure. The one called Driftwood is a fucking drunk. He also either dyes his hair or he's wearing a bad wig. Because holy shit. No, it cannot be. Oh! Oh! I just... yeah, okay. I recognize him just as it said. I can't believe it. I never thought I'd see you again. There could be no mistake. This is Horn of Rohan. Oh, no. Oh, he didn't have a happy ending after all. He was like one of the few that got out of the fields of Pelennor, like, intact. The months of hard living on the road and in the wild have weathered his clothes. His face is still familiar, but the war and its worries have left their marks on it. He seems more aged than you remember. What brings you to the Shield Isles? I actually do like Horn. I think Horn was one of the first signs that Turbine kind of figured out, oh shit, this is how we can make a compelling story for the player in the workings of Lord of the Rings Online, you know, or Lord of the Rings in general, was to invent some characters to have you, you know, do the adventure with and all that stuff. And while it's primitive, you know, it's not Final Fantasy XIV. We're not having, you know, extended gorgeous cutscenes of everyone sitting down and having a meal and joking around and stuff. It's all text boxes, right? But they still managed to tell a decent little story. And we had some cool characters. And he, you know, he actually stood out. Which is hard to do in an MMO from 2007. You've not let down your own folk as I have, surely. Cannot imagine that. You were always stronger in mind than I was, with courage to spare. Truth, and we both know it. Nona was stronger than both of us. I don't know about that. But what do you have to say of yourself? You're not running away from something. You were always running forward. Wait, did Nona die? I actually don't remember. I think she did. I think she did die. Could be wrong. I think she might have. Like, I want to look it up, but I'm afraid I'm going to spoil something in the future of this, you know? Before you can gather his thoughts to speak, someone steps close behind you. She stares a forward look in her eye. And you know you must introduce her. This is Sigileth, you say. This is fun. All the characters are kind of coming together. It's true. Corridon is my brother, and he needs our help. Yeah, Corridon actually traveled with Horn and Nona and all of them. So, no, this is fun. I like this. I like where they're going with this. Sigileth stares at Horn, daring him to speak, but he wisely keeps his silence. A part of your adventures with Terran, Horn of Rohan, and my brother. And I have been told of the choice that you made when the Battle of Pelennor Fields was ended. It was not my place to judge whether your choice was well considered or ill thought, and I will not do so. It was his choice just to walk away, right? He didn't actually fight. No, he didn't fight in Pelennor Fields, but he didn't continue. Like, he didn't continue to the Black Gate. I think he was done after Pelennor Fields. I will ask this of you. Did you consider my brother Corridon to be a friend? Did you think you knew him? This then is my last question. Would Corridon come to your aid if your positions were reversed? Or would he give in to cowardice and run away, leaving the hard work to others? I believe Corridon's sister Sigileth was dead, and that she perished within Dol Guldur before we adventured in Rohan. I do like that they're kind of having that exposition, like, hey, by the way, this is what was going on back then. Because at the time of writing, this was about, yeah, this must have been about 10 years after all these plots had been happening. So this needed a bit of a refresh. But no, she's alive and seems eager to shame me on his behalf. Have you learned what happened to Corridon at Helm's Deep? Better tell me what happened to him, and quickly, for I think his sister may be about to stick me with her famous knives. No, she uses a sword now. She did a class change like it's Final Fantasy. And right now I confess I might deserve it. After the Battle of Pelennor Fields, I wandered without purpose. I came to this land because I did not want to get involved. But even that has proven a lie. I called myself Bymir at first, and told myself Horn was dead. But as I lived here, drowning my old sorrows with ale and trying to forget what I had done, and what I had been, I saw crimes I could not forgive. As I opposed them, I took on a new name, Driftwood. I believed that heirs of Casimir might again threaten Gondor. And if they had victory there, would not Rohan be next? So I made things difficult for them as I could. Thought I might gain an audience with Balakor's widow if I claimed to have slain one of her enemies, and so end the threat of the heirs of Casimir. Most of my plans ended in the bottom of a mug of ale. When I was Horn, I fought alongside friends. It was different. Driftwood is alone and accomplishes nothing. It's useless. Tell Horn it could be different. He shakes his head. This is my place now. I spend my days fighting corsairs and my nights here, drowning in my cups. I suggest you defeat the corsairs of the Shield Isles for the sake of our past friendship, and then return to your ship. Horn is dead. Only Driftwood remains, and he cannot help you. He'll be back. Come on. We know better than that. Now, where are the corsairs out here? Oh, they just mean like anywhere, don't they? Pretty much. But they are out here. Supposedly. They mark them as being out here. I'm not seeing any. They're up on the cliff or something? Might just need to take a boat. Go to the other town. Man, look at this place. This place is awesome looking. It's just cool to see this engine do something different, you know? Something a little less expected than, you know, yet more Lord of the Rings shit. What the fuck is the boat out here anyway? It's down this way. No, that's a Forge Master. Jesus Christ, I can't. Okay, it is here. Ugh, this map, man. Like, when I'm replaying old areas, you know, that I spent a long time, you know, existing in, it's no big problem. But you go into a new area and you're like, oh boy, let's see where everything is. Oh god. Like, even full screen, this is just a mess. Ugh.
Fair winds to you.
And there are, I did look into it, and there are like plugins that you can try and use that have like actual like topographical maps of things, and apparently they don't work right or something at the moment. I think the latest UI patch kind of screwed them up. Alright, so we should be able to fight some Corsairs here, I would think. They count? Yeah. I have a feeling this waterfall series here is causing a big drop. No, actually, looking at the waterfall, FPS goes up. It's the distant shit. It's the complexities and all. Sounds like a level of detail needs to get looked at or something, but good luck. Oh, damn it, quit stealing my kills, villager. Piece of shit. God damn it, these don't count. You are not able to use a spit emote yet. Right, I forgot. We don't actually have a spit emote. This villager's gonna steal this kill. Let's get them away from them. There we go. Like, are they really expecting that people are going to exploit the game using these shitty little villager NPCs? But something tells me there's worse exploits than this that are very much alive and well. Thanks for that stupid arrow sound. almost wish I could just disable ranged auto attacks. It's not like they do much. If I need to pull, I have an ability for it. Ooh, 147. I think you can disable that. Hold on, look. I'm actually wondering that. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think we have it. Right around town, beating people up like it's River City Ransom. It's fine. Turn the voyage's end. Okay.
It is a fine day.
The question isn't, you know, is Driftwood going to join us? It's, you know, is he going to already be here waiting for us? Like, just skip to the... Yeah, there he is. I had a feeling.
I have changed my mind.
Oh, calling me shocked. Sigilith is right. Were our positions reversed, Corridon would stop at nothing to come to my rescue, or yours. I will join you in this, my old friend, if you'll have me. Shield Isles are a place for lost and broken things, but perhaps such things need not stay lost forever. And maybe with friendship, they can be repaired. Yeah, great. So truly, when I told you Horn was dead, I am Driftwood now. You would have your crew call me by that name. I hope this is agreeable to you. One more thing. You might have told me Sigilith no longer possesses her famous knives. Might have thought more clearly in Howlrax had I known I was not in danger of being sliced open. Yeah, no, she's got a sword, so, you know, she's still gonna fuck you up. Oh, he responds. Perfect. No, they have the potential here. Have some cool shit.
When I suggested that one of Saklathel's bounty hunters might help us with the rescue of our son...
Wow, they seriously just cut that sentence off in the middle of the voice acting. That's weird. I not envision you asking one of them to join the crew. If he had not set forth for the city of Corsairs already, how serious can he be about opposing the kindred of the coins? I mean, he's not serious about much.
We must take the overland route to the city of the Corsairs. We cannot risk any further delay.
Take too long to repair the hull and make the ship seaworthy. May sail again, but we cannot afford to wait.
Traveling to the city of the Corsairs by land will take longer, but we have no other choice.
I should make sure there's not any missable crew members here, because I think there are. like recruitable people here. Like, I've been keeping an eye out for errant quests, and I'm not seeing them. I'm trying not to miss stuff here, but... Good thing is I came across a post that was like, okay, here's all the locations, and then it's just blank. Thanks. I may not try very hard to do that, actually. It does look like they're just very optional with, like, you know, a quest here and there for them. Alright. So... Wait, there's seriously a land bridge here? You say so. I guess for now I should go back here and see if I can't wrap some of these up. Might actually make it to Umbar. I really thought I was going to be doing a bunch more shit here, but...
This is a fine day indeed.
Wasn't that just a strike of lightning? Like, why would you say that? Yep, starting raid. Anybody on this? Oh shit, I didn't do the Big Lang quest. Where is he at? Up north. Okay, fine, we'll look for him. Let's see if we can't worst eat our way through this fucking island. I can already tell this is gonna be a problem. So said no. I mean, we've got a whole group with us, but at least as far as LotRO ever does, because they do the whole thing where it's like, oh, you know, let's go, and you don't see them move. So Wailang is way the fuck up here. We're just gonna ignore everything on the way. My war seed can take it. Oh, I do need salamander stuff. Yeah, I still need like 2 more. Makes me so sad that war seed is just completely useless. Okay, so the story itself right now is that there's a faction in Umbar that is kind of taking control. That one is possibly funding a a rebellion group in Gondor. So they're trying to overthrow Aragorn's rule already. And 2, they have apparently gotten involved in the kidnapping of a lord's son. So we're technically here on a... Yeah, the rebels in the basement. That's them. We're technically here on a rescue mission, but we're also trying to see what's going on with this new faction of assholes. Oh my god, they seriously want me to kill 200 beasts here? Let's kill a few on the way. So the plot is at least interesting. There is stuff going on. But in typical LotRO fashion, it's like, you know, we can't just go right there. Which is why we have this whole shipwreck section. And so far, the most interesting part of it is that we came across Horn. Horn is back. Oh, I mean, of course it's going to end. Honestly, I have a sneaking suspicion the developers never expected it to last this long. I mean, we're already outside of the lore. Like, none of this happens in Lord of the Rings. Like, this is not... This isn't even some obscure event at this point. This is just straight up fan fiction. Now, the cool thing is, because it is fan fiction, they kind of have free reign to do whatever they want. Getting fucked up by this guy. Now, technically speaking, the War of the Ring is not over yet. That is a technicality. As far as everybody realistically is concerned in universe, the War of the Ring is over. Like, the War of the Ring was over when Sauron was killed. But technically, going by the books, there is one last battle of the War of the Ring that still has to happen. And that is the Scouring of the Shire. And that has not happened in the game yet. And I have a weird feeling that might be a very major event when they decide to finally do it. Like, they may go well off the reservation for that one. Because one of the most memorable raids of this game was fighting Saruman. This way. But yeah, I think it would be a lot for them to pass up the opportunity to have a big showdown against Saruman. You know, for the players. Because we never really got a good resolution to all that. And honestly, Saruman does a lot to the player character. Like, we kind of have some history with him, so I have a weird feeling that Saruman might kind of be the big grand finale, you know, epic showdown. And I don't know if they're going to end the game on that, but they're certainly gonna. They might give it a big to-do. Or maybe they won't. Maybe he'll just get quietly shanked by Grima, and that's it. As you arrive, a huge shadow passes overhead, blanketing the immediate area in darkness. Lang jumps up and down with fright. He shakes out his feathers, and while you cannot understand its language, the message is clear. The Shield Isles are not a suitable place for him to build a nest. His journey will continue. Perhaps when you leave the Shield Isles, the next place he tries will be free of noise. Well, I mean, you don't want an MMO to end, you know? The whole point of an MMO is supposed to be it's a living world that you're supposed to inhabit, and, you know... Like, I don't think that necessarily the story needs to continue, but we need to at least have, you know, a continuation of existing in this world, you know? And honestly, as long as this game is making money and they can hang on to the license and all that, I don't think it's going to end. But, you know, realities will settle in eventually. And, you know, this game's... How many people we got? 644 people on this server right now. And this isn't the most populated server, I get it. But... Oh. I have this coming for it. You know, compared to even last year when they made the big, you know, big server change, and everyone came over, and yeah, those people are already leaving. New content is not what's going to get people playing this game. It never was. I guess I can just continue down this way. Oh, well, sure, it's a big mess. But it needs to happen. It needs to happen. You know, this game is getting worse by the year in terms of the tech, you know. There's parts of this game that are still probably looking for, like, Windows 7. If not earlier. But the honest truth is, you know, they need to make a decision on this, and sadly, they probably already have made it, and they just won't admit it. You know, of, okay, look, do we just let it die over time? You know, are we willing to just let this game die on the vine? And sadly, I think the decision's been made, because the alternative is very expensive. Because it's clear the developers they have cannot fix it. They just can't. There are people out there, they do exist, who could fix this game. They don't work for SSG. I mean, you look at the kinds of miracles that these server emulators are able to do, right? The honest truth is, the people being paid to work on the game are not always the ones that are best at doing so. And there are people out there that, you know, and I mean, these are simpler games I'm talking about, but it does exist. Where, you know, in the case of, say, Ys 8. Ys 8 is actually a great example. I forgot the guy's name, but the guy who did the Dark Souls fix was actually hired to fix their PC port. And he not only fixed it, he wound up adding, like, features. He added a co-op mode that wasn't there before. Like, the game wasn't made for co-op. And he was like, you guys want me to put this in? I can do it easy. You know? Like, there are, like, these super programmers out there that can just fucking fix this stuff. The problem is, they're not going to do it for free. And they would have to convince the money people that it's worth putting money into. You know? It makes me sad because it's like, man, all they have to do is just say, hey, look, here are the numbers when we said that we were fixing the server issues. Look at the amount of interest of people that came in. You know, we have something that people want to play. It's just the technical side of it is a mess. Like, if we fix it, we can make some money here. But it's a gamble. And people with money don't like to gamble. So, it's very unfortunate, you know, where we are on it. Because I don't see it happening. I really don't. Because if they were going to do it, they would have done it already. You know. I honestly think the time to do it would have been when the when Amazon Game Studios, like, you know, folded. And it was as of right now, as far as I know, there's a 0% chance of them making that new Lord of the Rings game that they kept talking about. I think that is out of the question. I think. And as soon as that happened, they should have been like, okay, now or never. You know, like, do we invest in this game? Do we hire some people to come in and fix this thing? Why is this tree attackable? The palm tree. Is this a palm tree ant? Please. Please be one. No? Not attacking. Why can I attack you? I can... Okay. Let's do a combo video real quick. Oh, you can take it, can't you, big man? I actually get to do my full fucking thing. Kabam! That was a lot of damage. That was... Yeah, this is more damage I'm usually allowed to do, so this is fun. I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing this. I have defeated a palm tree. Man, my sword would be no good after that. I don't care if it's magic or not. What is the red quest out here? Toad limits. I think they're going after toads? These are enemy crabs. I got a couple quests over here. But yeah, it really does feel like they just... SSG has a whole bunch of people that can make content, right? They can make some assets, they can make some models, they can make textures, they can make new MMO areas, they can make some landscapes, and they can slap together an expansion every year and call it a day. And I think they're just content to do that until the numbers stop. And it's very short-sighted, but that's the nature of the beast. Like, The shame of it is there's so many people clamoring for old school MMOs that are actually playable. Oh, there he is. Elite Master. That can't possibly be what I'm supposed to be fighting. There's no way. I can't fight that thing. Almost got 1,000,000 health. I was barely able to handle a palm tree. Let me call out this person, NPC. She is supposed to be out here. Okay, so we are here on a treasure hunt, and we're here to fight a giant crab, but I don't think that's it. We're looking for one called Shelly. Why are these sand beetles aggro? Whatever. Yeah, it's just a shame because, like, the market is absolutely there. Like, there are a lot of people, you know, most of them are about my age, probably, who are like, man, I love the old MMO days. You know, and it doesn't have to be EverQuest 1 old, which is what a lot of these projects are trying to do, because they go, oh, well, how hard could it be to make EverQuest 1? And I think they're forgetting, dude, it was an old boot. Doesn't look to be my size. You want it? No? Okay. I actually like this person. I hope she becomes a crew member or something. That'd be fun. But yeah, it's like, no, EverQuest 1 was hard to do, guys. Like, making an MMO is hard. Now, it could be that the license makes it more difficult. You know, for like what they can and can't do with it as far as a property. But I do think it would be way more cost effective for them to fix an MMO like this, or hell, see if you can't buy Rift. Why not? You know? I'm talking about, like, you know, an investor or something. Well, Rift is still around, technically. Rift had a slight resurgence a few months back. I'm told it's already done. I didn't stick with it, but it was fun while it lasted. It was cool to, like, you know, run the early dungeons and stuff with people and do all that. That was cool. And honestly, Rift is more feature complete than LotRO is. Sadly, the quality isn't as good. You know, I'd play LotRO over that in a heartbeat, but like, I have to wonder which one would be easier to convert into a refreshed project, you know? Like, would you rather fix bugs, or would you rather just add features, you know? Because the truth is, like, LotRO needs features added as well, because Rift has more. Their level scaling alone makes that game much more palatable to people to come back to. Like, LotRO, the biggest problem LotRO has, other than the technical shit, is just that it is 160 levels. Oh, WildStar was amazing. I loved WildStar. And unfortunately, the rating is what did that game in. Because they stupidly tried to say, oh, this is a hardcore rating game. That's the giant crab. It's the same size as the giant crab was over there. Whatever. But the thing is, like, WildStar actually had a lot of content for casual players. Or at least it had enough. And then they realized, oh shit, the vast majority of paying customers, people who are giving us money, you know, the point of business, are not hardcore raiders. Oops. So they gave it a good shot. They sat there and they tried to gone for dots, but that's fine. There we go.
Well met.
Thought she was loud. His hands were like spiked gauntlets. You're lucky I was around to help, or you'd been in a lot of trouble. Sure. I do like that quest is called, what if we fight a giant crab? What if? But yeah, WildStar made the early call to try to cater to quote-unquote hardcore raiders. And honestly, hardcore raiders are very similar to the hardcore PvP crowd, where they will scream, bitch, and whine, and they'll make you think that they are the vast majority of players. They're not. They are not. Most MMO players, you know, dink around. They might make it to end level, but most probably don't.
What news do you bring, traveler?
You know, most people are just happy to tool around and do quests and make characters and run around. The shit I do, right? And they learned that lesson a little too late.
Well, I think that's quite enough adventure for me. I had a lovely time, but I don't know how you have the energy to do this every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, take that whistle back and head back to Howrax. Come find me when you're next in town. Okay. She may or may not be there. I wonder. I like that NPC's whole thing was just, hey, let's go on an adventure for a bit. It's like, yeah, okay. But yeah, WildStar, they had a whole advertising campaign leveled at raiding. And it drove a lot of people away. And when they finally reversed course on it, you know, and started making, like, they actually had a lot of content that players could just jump in on and have a blast. You know, they actually did really well with that. Later. You know, after they saw which way the wind was blowing. Because when the game launched, the numbers weren't quite there. And they were like, oh shit, we might have made a mistake here. You know? So... Oh god, yes. Oh yeah, no, the actual rating was stupid. And the problem was they had poached a whole bunch of the Blizzard devs that did you know, the original World of Warcraft raids. And that was like their big claim to fame. And that's why they were like, oh, we're gonna be a raiding game. And all these hardcore raiders are going, bitch, we're already established in World of Warcraft. We're not coming over, you know? It's like, I'll go over for a month or so, see what's going on. All the casual players are going, oh, so this isn't for me. All right, whatever. You know, and just didn't show up. They screwed themselves over with that. They really did. And they did change course. They started adding in a lot of casual content. The game is actually a lot of fun. They did. They did. But they did it too late. And by too late, I mean not for launch. At the time, people were not forgiving of games. If you had a bad first impression, everyone just went dead game and moved on. I mean, they still do that, but... You know, when they went and revitalized WildStar and added all this other stuff, no. No. The shame of it is the gameplay was really good. Like, WildStar was the first one to really go all in on round targets. Like, everything was avoidable in that game, just about. Even auto attacks had, like, a little ground thing showing you exactly where it was going to hit. Finished Neo 3 with 60 unused samurai points. I barely touched the game. I will, but... Yeah. My whole thing is when I finally get time free, I'm like, I don't feel like playing Neo. A lot of it is just like, I want to be able to dedicate, like, you know, time to it. But the problem is, I also will sit there and set aside, like, a whole day, like, when I have a day off, and be like, okay, I'm going to get into Neo, and then Neo pisses me off early, and it's like, never mind. Not that Neo has, but games like it have. Neo's a game I'm happy to have in my back pocket. Like, I know it's there. What am I going towards anyway? Oh, the rock. That's right, I've got to get some eggs, apparently. I have a feeling I can't get there from here. But yeah, they've been working on a WildStar private server for a while. I actually streamed it years ago. I'm not sure what state it's at now. I'd like to think it's a little further along. But it was one of those things where it was like, you know, the combat wasn't really in, and, you know, it was not there yet. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to sit there and, like, you know, waste my time pining for this game that may or may not get finished. Yeah, I gotcha. I gotcha. I mean, honestly, that's the thing. Like, I think we're all, you know, when you get older, especially, you don't buy a game because all your friends have it anymore. You just don't do that. Because anyone can get sick of a game at any time. I'm notorious for it, honestly. Where I just suddenly am just like, nah. You know? And if I ever feel like an obligation to play a game, there is nothing else in this world that will make me not want to play a game. If I feel like I have to play it, or, you know... Oh, man. That's the worst. That makes me not enjoy it right off the bat. I have a feeling I cannot get there from this side. This sucks. Oh well, I'm working on deeds, I guess. But yeah, the number of times that, you know, it's like, oh man, we're all on this. Okay. And then, like, you know, a couple weeks in, I'm like, I really want to play something else. And then it just happens where it's like, I don't feel like logging back in. It's one of the reasons why I kind of get a little gun-shy about, like, you know, playing with friends in general, where it's just like, dude, if I happen to be on and you happen to be on, great, let's go, but, like, I'm not able to, like, set aside an entire day, you know, to play stuff half the time. If I do get time to play, it's going to be like whatever I happen to be in the mood for, and usually it's trash, let's face it. Have you seen this channel? What is this turtle doing? Freaking out. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's also an age thing where it's like, you know, as you get older, it's also harder to make, like, house parties, you know? Where you're just like, man, I don't want to get stuck over there. Like, yeah, I mean, it happens. It does happen. Like, people get busy with work. Shit. That's why I haven't been streaming that much, you know? I'm either busy with work, or, you know, I've got people hitting me up to do stuff in person, and, you know, it happens. I'm really not supposed to be over here, am I? Yeah, right. That's the one that gets me, is when, you know, you actually show up. Okay, man, I'm ready to play. Oh, yeah, sorry, can't make it. Okay. Like, I have an old personal friend that does that all the time. And the end result is I stopped making plans with him because, you know, like, I remember back in the day, he got super into fighting games for a minute. And I'm like, oh, cool, okay, you know. Like, we used to play fighting games, but, you know, he was never, like, super into it. But then he started seeing some of the tournaments, and he got into Dragon Ball Fighters, and I'm like, yeah, cool, okay, I can play that. He's like, oh, we should play sometime, you know, like, you know, swing on by, like, Saturday or whatever. It's like, okay, cool. So I went and made sure to, you know, set aside the time, and I'm like, yeah, okay. Show up, you know, fight stick in hand, and he's like, hey, what are you doing here? I'm like, you said you want me to pop over today, right? He goes, oh, I forgot about that. It's like, great, okay. You know, that's happened a few times. Like, most recently, it was the same guy was like, oh yeah, I've been like big into Marvel Rivals. I'm like, okay. It's like, well, you know, I work these nights, but, you know, any other time. And every time he hit me up was the exact times that I told him I couldn't. And I'm sitting there like, are you doing this on purpose? What is that? Oh, D&D is another thing. Like, if you make a commitment to D&D, you better show up. Because that's hard work, right? Like, my one friend has been, she's like, oh, I've never played D&D and always wanted to. It's like, can you DM something? And I'm like, I can, but, you know, for one, I'm like, you're kind of a flake. You know, it's like, I can't be doing this if you're not going to show up. And like, also, we need other people. I'm like, do you have people that actually want to play? And a lot of it came down to, she didn't know how much work was involved, you know. Like, we have a local bar that, apparently, like, once a month or so, they try and have a D&D night. And I actually talked to the bartender that does it, and she's got the right idea. Where, it's all one-shots. You don't even make your own character. She's like, nope, she has pre-made characters ready to go. She has a whole bunch of them. And they're, like, you know, semi-randomly made. And she's just like, first come, first serve, pick a character, and you can play it tonight, you know. Because it's a bar setting, you know. You don't want to sit there and have... You're not going to have a session 0 for a bar setting, you know. So, last month's got canceled because she had to work. You know, she actually had to tend the bar instead of do the thing. And my friend just goes, oh, well, he can DM. And I'm like, no, I can't. I don't have anything ready. You have to do preparation for this. So, yeah. Goes with the last minute message, can't play. Well, good lord. And he came to that realization that late, huh? Yeah. Yeah, that's annoying. That's annoying. I've had that happen where it's like, you sit there and go over it with everybody. You're like, okay, you know, what kind of campaign do people want? And they have all their little wish list stuff, and it's like, okay, we can work all this in. You know, we can make sure it's themed this way. That's fine. And then, you know, time comes and everyone's like, oh, well, why is it like this? Because this is exactly what you asked for. Like, or it'll be like, okay, look, guys, you know, what kind of thing do we want? Do we like high magic, low magic? Like, do you want this to be, you know, super serious? Do you want this to be relaxed and fun? You know, and like, you wind up with two people that just want to, you know, socialize and talk the entire game, which is fine. It's a social game. You know, actual friendships and conversations are absolutely fine, as long as everyone can agree on it, you know. And then you've got the one guy that wants to play it like a war game, and you're like, well, we can't all do this. Like, what are you guys trying to do? God, these guys have too many status effects. Yeah, that's another one. See, I don't typically do giant, intricate plots that involve character players. Like, that is asking for trouble. Like, I'm not gonna make the big, bad, evil guy someone from one of the characters' past. That's... no.
Finally, a visitor who has the sense to address me with any respect. I greet you. You may call me Ragdagun.
Of course the
Warning from me? I will hear it.
Of course the giant speaking birds of this area have the same accent as the rest of the people here.
Ah, the chiquillo? Say hello to our guest, little Berka. Say hello. Ah, he is shy. You know how children that age can be.
I like her. She's a fun bird. Would not be the first time someone's foolish greed brought trouble to my nest or danger to myself or one of my young. Appreciate your warning. I must nurse these eggs, which gives me less freedom to watch for interlopers. Found him alone not far from here, but I did not know what became of his family. If I did not adopt him as my own, he surely would have died on these harsh isles. Though my kind are a far sight from his flock. Where's the little guy? Oh, this guy. What is he? Oh, he's a fucking duck! Holy shit, this giant rock has, like, adopted a duck. I didn't even see it there. Alright, I immediately love this quest. Oh! I mean, honestly, you can have whatever background story you want. Want to change it? Go for it. But don't expect me to weave it into the main plot. Oh yeah, see, if they're doing like last minute rug pulls in the middle of it, it's like, okay, hold on, who the fuck is the DM? It's like, you know what? We're not doing your plot at all. You're fighting orcs now. Get used to it. If you'd like to be helpful, could you gather some insects for him to eat? He's too small to be hunting on his own. Okay, I love that this enormous rock has adopted this little tiny duck. I can't get a good look at him, though. Hold on. There he is. I don't know. You got any grapes? Am I getting stones? Oh, I'm looking for insects. Right. That makes sense. Well, the second you do all that, it's like, okay, well, I guess this plot is no longer about you. And then you just continue with what you had, because you don't waste prep. Like, you know, oh, I've got all these characters. They were going to be connected to your character. I guess they're not now. And you just don't have a story now. But my players never wanted shit about them anyway, you know? The only time I ever did intricate plots like that about characters was during one-shots where they did not make their own character. And instead they basically did what that bartender did, which is, okay, here's a whole list of characters. Pick one. You know? It's like, when you pick one and you commit, I will tell you what, you know, if there's anything extra you need to know. And it was typically pretty well received, but that's because I didn't play with assholes. You know, I played with, like, personal friends, and, you know, that changes everything. If someone's intent on making things about them, then, you know, they're just being a selfish twat, and, you know, I don't hang out with people like that.
Bertha, our new friend has brought you some delicious morsels to eat. Bertha? Oh, dear. I lose track of him for 5 minutes, and already he finds a way to escape. I hate to ask this of you, but could you track down Bertha?
Would normally have a friend go search, but the turmoil in recent months has seen many rocks and find new perches in calmer seas. Do I not have a male to help protect my nest? Why would I ask that? That's very rude. Lassie's no longer with me. No, he's not dead. Mother is ill, so he went to go care for her. What did you think I meant? Wow, these, they're very person-like rocks. Alright. We're hunting for a duck. Oh, God. Yeah, the idea of playing D&D online just, ugh. Makes me nauseous to think about it. Like, I realize that's where a lot of people started, and, you know, there's a lot of people who have been playing for years and they've never played it in person. And I'm just like, nah. No, I don't think so. Like, there's no way. God damn it, this fucking camera. Am I actually supposed to be down here? I might. I don't want to go all the way down there if it's not. Oh, this is when a better map would be really nice. It's got to be down there. Gotta be. It's not wild about these little sand beetles being aggro. It's weird to me. Like, these things, sure, that looks aggro. No, I also never tolerated bad role-playing in MMOs. Which is why I didn't do much of it. Because most people are terrible at it. Most people are just sitting there trying to write paragraphs at each other and be like, look at me! How cool is my character? And it's like, no. That character sucks. Man, I used to make people so mad. Because my personal pet peeve when it came to online role-playing were people that would, like, emote and try to have, like... They would, like, emote their thoughts and feelings. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? I'm not a psychic. I shouldn't be able to hear your fucking thoughts. Why are you doing that? It drove me up the wall, man. So whenever I would see someone, like, you know, and it would always be some idiot off on their own in the middle of the tavern, like, you know, looking around at the room, and I, you know, thinking, ooh, that person looks interesting, whatever the fuck they're writing. I would just start emoting back, like, such and such thinks that so-and-so is a fucking idiot. And it's like, why are you being mean? I didn't say anything. What are you talking about? It's like, are you telling me that your character is psychic? Okay, then you shouldn't be reacting to that, should you? Some people got the message. Most people just took offense because they're, you know, snowflakes about it. Duck feathers. Right, where the fuck am I going? But that shit used to drive me insane. Where I'm like, dude, like, why are you writing your character's personal thoughts and feelings? No one gives a fuck. Like, that is not how this works. You're not writing a novel. You know, like, you're not going to get an award for your character being well thought out and having deep motivations. No, that doesn't matter. Like, you're supposed to actually act it out or shut the fuck up. One or the other. But people did not seem to understand what it was. And I'm sitting there like, a lot of the time it was because people never actually were exposed to role-playing and didn't know what it was. And they're like, oh, we're just writing a story. So they'd start acting like they were in a fantasy novel, and it's like, well, okay, no one's reading this as, like, the reader. Okay, this is improv back and forth. You don't just stop everything that's going on to tell everyone what your character's thinking. That's dumb. Like, why are you doing that? And they could never figure that out. Duckling tilts his head at you, as if quietly asking, why were you swimming around in that lake? Yes, Duck's a problem. But yeah, I don't get along with most role players, which is unfortunate because to me, like, role-playing is the natural state of an MMO. Always was. And a lot of that comes from the fact that, you know, my first MMO was Ultima Online, which was very much in character. You know, that game didn't even have a chat system. Like, if someone said, like, initially, they eventually did, but initially, like, if you said something, people had to be nearby to hear it. There was no global, there was no chat channels, there was none of that stuff. There wasn't even a party system originally, because the game didn't need one. It was like, no, like, experience points are not a thing here. Like, if your character is not getting better at skills, it's because you're not using them. Like, everything in that game just made a certain kind of sense, like, internally, you know. And even then, we still had people who wanted to try to roleplay that they were some kind of a hardened military vet, and it's like, okay, well, I'd love to see your skills. And they're like, what are you doing? You're not, you know, I'm not high level yet. And it's like, I thought you said that you were a hardened military vet. Why are you, why would you say that? And then people get mad at me because I'm like, oh, so you're just pretending that you're a veteran. And they're like, that wasn't in character. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, it's like, no, your character sucks at fighting. And you just try to present yourself as someone who can fight. Like, this is what happens. So, yeah, there were a lot of storytellers that just didn't seem to understand the game aspect. So,
Berka, what have I told you about going off on your own? We will speak later, young man.
as you approach Burka, cradled safely in your arms, you see that Ragdagoon has more guests. One of them, a familiar, greasy-looking man, lies dazed on the ground, his vacant eyes fixed on the sky above. The other two you may have seen him passing in the streets of Halrax. Burka quacks and nips at your sleeve. We'll speak later, young man. Ragdagoon fixes her clever eyes on you. You have my thanks. Now, I believe you know this gentleman taking up space on the ground.
This fool threatened to shoot me with a crossbow if I did not turn over one of my eggs. As you can see, things did not proceed as he expected.
I do appreciate that this bird is getting so much voice acting. It's great.
you something from me?
An old friend of Ragdagoon's here. Heard about this piece of flotsam asking around about rock eggs the other day. Didn't think much of it until one day I come out of the pub and he's not in his usual spot. Something feels wrong about it, so I gather Nakama here. And I come to see Ragdagoon, you know, just in case. Turns out we didn't have to have much to worry about here, as this fool has about as much sense as he does hygiene. He alive? He is, merely stunned by the thrashing we gave him. Curious about who we meant to steal the egg for? So are we. Tell you what, Nakama here will carry the sea sponge back to Howrax. Meet her there later today, and see if she hasn't learned anything. Oh, they're both women. I didn't catch that.
Berka, it has been a treat to have you around. You did not seem to listen to my wishes, and your ability to hunt for prey is lacking. But you were at least amusing. May your belly always be full, and your feathers clean.
Begin to suspect that I may not be the best suited to care for young Berka here. The life of a rock and the life of a duck are very different. This is a fun quest. And see, this is what happens when you aren't being constrained by Lord of the Rings stuff, because it's like, this never would have had a chance to happen on Middle-earth. Like, people have been like, oh wait, there's a giant eagle that we don't know about? Like, I mean, there's a few, but this is fun. You can kind of see them getting more creative here. I like this. Seems to have taken a shine to you. Would you be interested in taking him on your travels? The wind has brought me stories of a faraway place known as the Shire. I hear it's ever peaceful. Perhaps you could take him there someday. You look at Berka, who quacks at you. How could anyone say no to that? He at least seems amenable to the idea. Berka is meant to treat... Yeah, that's what she said. Alright, come here, duck. Little duck waddles away from Ragdagoon, but he doesn't make it more than a few feet before he looks back at the one who took him in. Quack. A single word could not hope to capture the depth of his gratitude or his love, but it will have to do. Alright, duck obtained. So I guess now, canonically, I am just carrying around a duck until I go back to the Shire at some point. Alright. Now we have to go back to Howrax or whatever. Meanwhile, I still need to do... Toad leg. Apparently I've gotten 3 toad legs, and I have no idea how. Keep an eye out for it. Oh my god, I'm going to fall off this shit, I know it. Like, I can't see where the hell I'm going. Take this thing off some sweet jumps. Can I survive this? Probably. Let's find out. As long as I just kind of slide down sideways. Oh shit. We're fine. Of course I wasn't using that leg. That's one thing that the Worst Eat is still good for, is just tanking through enemies as you're just trying to get through. I actually want that ore, though. have an arrow in my hand. God damn it. And nowhere to shoot it. Okay, fine. It's just gonna be there. I hate that glitch so much.
Is
What
there
am I doing for
something you
him?
need?
Look at that bag of gold. What bag of gold? I completely missed this one. Price to be paid. Okay, where allegedly is this? I don't even see it on the map. From the Vault Keeper. Okay, whatever. The woman stands outside the pub looking impatient. She smiles at you, thrusts a letter in your hands, and returns inside. She does not invite you to follow her. The letter is written in shockingly beautiful handwriting. The would-be child thief has been dealt with. Before his demise... Demise? Oh, shit. He mentioned the name of someone in Umbar who seeks rare animals to own. If you find yourself in the city of Umbar, seek out Tathata? She could be an ally in your hunt for the scoundrel. But she didn't disappear inside it. She's still there. Oh, well. What the hell is this? Oh, that pendant I found.
Need of something.
Okay. Yeah, the toad legs is gonna get banded. Actually, I don't know. What is this one? Like this. I can't feed that. No, this is actually a quest for a crewmate. No, I want to do it. But... Bag of quartz. Okay, so I need to go to the Vault Keeper? Is the idea here that I'm like hitting up the ATM? Is that what we're doing? Bag of quartz. Okay. Is there an item I'm supposed to be picking up? I have to purchase a bag of coins from the Vault Keeper. Oh, he has a shop.
It's a free city at last.
This is stupid. Okay, so we're buying a bag of gold coins. 10 gold. Thankfully, at this point in the game, that's not that much, but yeah.
Everything is negotiable, my friend.
You're free to move throughout Halifax without fear of being accosted. I mean, I have been already.
Is there something you need?
Yours is not the only unexpected arrival. Shortly before you arrived, an emissary from the Kindred of Coins came by ship. Since he's landed, he's been asking questions. Questions that give me leave to think he's not wholly here for appearances. Run this place proper like and want no trouble with the Kindred. As the newest friendly type in town, why not make your acquaintance with them? Okay. This quest cost me 10 gold. Who the hell's this guy?
What news has come in?
Clear graffiti from the walls. I did this in Guild Wars 2. That's the... There's someone else. Damn, there's like a bunch of quests now.
Do you have need of some?
Palm timber and timber. Oh no. Sure. My god, do I really have to go all the way over there to fight those palm trees? I mean, there's palm trees everywhere. Why can't I just get it from them? It'd be nice if it at least made a visual difference, but it doesn't. Planks up here.
What is it that you want?
Forward, very forward. I'll be honest, it's refreshing even given the welcome we've received since our arrival. People outside of Umbar, Baharbo have not yet come to trust the Kindred of the Coins. Sadness, I'm afraid. As for why we have come to Halrax, I'm afraid I cannot share this news with you unless you bind yourself to secrecy. Sure. Oh, I had to target him, I guess.
Yes.
Very well. Dwarf nods to a member of his entourage who scribbles something into a ledger. They're going to hold me to this, aren't they?
Yes.
Call me Bakel. Your leader is wise to be concerned. Our arrival is fraught. Temamir's ship, of glorious craftsmanship beyond any other in the Umbari fleet, went missing. My lord received an urgent missive mentioning that this vessel was under pursuit as it neared Halrax. When it did not arrive soon after the delivery, we left the city to learn its fate. Thus far, the people in Halrax have proven evasive and suspicious. We grow increasingly aware of their lack of allegiance. You seem to be wiser. Perhaps you can aid us while you look for the ship. Okay. Sucks. I really thought I was done with all the quests out here. Nope. It's always worth it to do these quests, just because you're going to be back later to do them for the deeds anyway. Might as well get timely experience out of them. Now look who it is.
What news do you bring, traveler?
Had much to think about after our adventures.
After the rush of excitement wore off, all I felt was tired and worn out. The small cuts I earned from fighting that big crab sting. My legs ache from dashing about the island. And then I thought, what if the sailor's life is not for me?
I thought of the freebooters we met, how welcoming and giving they were. I'd expect them to be rough around the edges. Are my perceptions of life at sea shaped by tall tales and silly stories? Have I been chasing a false ideal? Thanks for traveling with me today and keeping me safe. Didn't get what I wanted out of today, but maybe that's alright. Oh, okay. I really thought she was going to be something. Okay. Like, you know what? Never mind. Really? 2 blue dots is the graffiti that I have to remove? Okay. Kind of weird. What is that supposed to be? Crude paints and inks. Okay. Like, in Guild Wars 2, it was at least, like, you know, semi-racist against Char. Why can't I click on this? People are going to be unable to click that. Way down here. Here. Wow, a lot of these are actually placed inside the wall. That is unfortunate. Yeah, you can't actually click these. So, for the record, if you ever find yourself unable to click this, hit the delete key. It targets the nearest interactable object. Right-click it up here and just hit use. Good job, SSG. I mean, I guess if you get to this point of the game, like this high in level, you probably know to do that, but maybe not. Ooh, that frame rate feels bad. Yeah, it's dipping into the 30s. Jesus. Find more graffiti. Oh, I can do this now. I guess it's because I didn't paint that guy, and that's why all the quests weren't working. An Uruk named Akraz the Vile threatened to destroy the truce between the freebooters of Halrax and the Kafigar orcs. His actions include waylaying travelers, preying on the weak and wary, robbery, and murder. I should probably inquire about that. Ow. Oh, the guy right next to the posting. Actor as the Vial lives up to his name. He stalks the paths east and north to our township, preying on the tired or weary travelers, waylaying them, robbing them, or worse, leaving them for dead. Made a truce with the Kaffigar orcs. If this menace isn't brought to heel, that truce could soon break. Head out east and north, and feign weakness in a secluded area. You'll draw the villain out. I didn't find this other graffiti, but... I don't know where it's supposed to be. There's like 2 more, apparently. Yep, another one that you can't click. What the heck is it? Look at that. Where the hell is it? Is it around the other side of us? No. Oh. Yes. Some of these quest objectives are obnoxious to find. My god, there's just one of them all the way up here. And again, can't click it. Only 2 of them were actually unbugged. The rest of them are actually clipped into the wall.
Might you spare a moment?
Nectar horns. I've done this forever ago. God, there's like quests everywhere now.
Might you spare a moment?
Fuck. Gideon and beautiful flowers. What the hell? Alright. Oh, they're doing sea glass. Okay. Oh my god. This fucking map is just full of shit again. I was almost done here. Get more quests. Good god. Fell from Sekbiri. It's a good thing I went and did this, because that's just it's going to be a duplicate of one I'm already on. Classic spoon. A high elf hunter. Jesus. Looking at this map now just gives me executive dysfunction. ED, if you will. Alright, I guess I just need to go south? What is that one? No, back to that stupid oasis. Okay. Thought there was a southern exit here, but maybe not. Ah, here we go. Yeah, I'm learning this area. Starting to get it. Oop, that's exactly what I'm out here hunting. Now I need the beetles. Nope. Hey, there's toads. What? Oh, there he is. Come here, you shit. Wait, I didn't feign weakness yet? I'm supposed to do all that? Oh, fuck, I fucked that up. I didn't last long enough for my big finisher. I never do. Was it the toad that made me trip balls like that? Yeah, it is. Shiny, happy world. Yeah. You can taste rectangles and smell the color magenta. Yeah, okay, we get it. Alright, gotta beat up these palm trees. That was a full cash out. That felt good. Wish I could see the numbers right now. Take a look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it just 5? 5 rushes? I thought I had 6. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's 5. It's 5. Oh, I kind of appreciate that it's almost just a training dummy. This asshole crab comes in. Dude, it's fucking crap. Oh my god. He's actually fucking me up. Okay. Unattended, he was kind of doing it. One thing I'll say, this to the king thing is not happening. Yeah, 25% chance for blind rage. I'm not seeing it trigger much. One of these. Nope, I did. I needed one more. Palm trees for now, which is a weird thing to say. Nothing else, it's good practice. Also seeing where certain dots are falling off. Weird. Why did that consume it? Hmm. Seems like it sometimes works and it sometimes doesn't. Okay, this time it's working. Oh, that time it... Certain ones just don't work sometimes. I don't get it. Not sure if it's missing or resisting or what. There we go. Finally got blind rage. Shit. I do appreciate how slow the crabs are. Now, one thing I will say, servers seem to be working pretty good today. Not seeing any real lag. I mean, there's frame rate lag, like what just happened, but the server lag seems pretty decent. Back to that oasis. I'm not sure I can get to this side. Now that I actually have a quest for those guys, they're nowhere to be found. Nope. Yeah, this is the part where I had to swim all the way around. Yeah. Just doing laps around this fucking island, don't mind me. All these enemies are not what I'm looking for. God damn it. Just way to hit it. What? Alright, we're doing the swimming thing. The Zona World chat was just like, I need to buy an extra bag off the LotRO store for all my weed. Obviously, talking about pipe weed. I'm just like, just use a Crown Royal bag like we did in the old days. Like, yeah, I remember my uncle's in his van right next to the 8-track holder next to Moody Blue. I'll talk about painting a picture. Willing to bet the van had a wizard painted on the side. Whatever happened to that, man? Why do people not do that anymore? Probably because they don't keep vehicles long enough, but you know. There. We're on the proper side of the island again. I think we go around to get up there. I think. Pretty sure we go around this. I will say the big crits that you get on this build are pretty satisfying. Well, spec, not so much build. I didn't do anything special here. cracks me up that they try and say, "Oh yeah, Guardian was totally based on Samwise Gamgee." I'm like, yeah, because he went around with a two-handed sword, critting things for 5 million damage. That was him. I mean, I guess everything was two-handed for him, really, but, you know. Except for the frying pan. I do need to make a character that makes use of, like, the frying pan and the rolling pin. Why is that? I hate it when they just have these status effects and they're like, no, you can't cleanse that. It's like, that's the whole point of having a cleanse, so I can get rid of that shit. I will admit, when I have blind rage, I find myself more willing to just, like, jump an enemy just to make use of it. Some straight stuff. Really should hit the forge and see where my crafting's even at. Okay, this looks promising. Should be there. Keep an eye on the time here. Kind of a big night at work. The St. Patrick's Day parades and all going on, which I have wisely gotten away from, but we're still going to have a lot of traffic in town, I think. I have a feeling I have to go down there to mine. I don't know, though. Nope, here it is. A fair amount of busy work out here. But this is all optional. Can't complain too much. That's all of them. And I need 3 more of these flower things. Probably along this side. Probably. Yeah. So like that, we are cleaning up this map. I'll admit that's actually pretty satisfying. Oh, that's right. I did go over the edge here. Well, somewhere here. That looks pretty fatal. That, on the other hand. Alright, nice and easy. Oh, this is a mistake. This is a mistake. I'm dead. I'm not dead. Only 15 seconds of, being crippled. That's not bad. Man, back in the day, I think they used to be way worse about that. Oh no. Okay, yeah, it's okay. Like, I seem to remember, like, going on for minutes at a time if you really overdid it. It was a lot easier to just plain die from a fall. Can I hit that roof? Oh, this is a terrible idea. Not that it really matters if I die, but, you know. Oh, shit. Now I'm dead. Yeah, that's definitely death. Okay, cool. Not a problem. I'm right here in town. Where the fuck am I? Okay, I'm on the other side of town. That's not a big deal. I was about to say, where the hell did you just send me? It's still faster than it would have been to go all the way around. That's the sad part. And I did see one of the deck pieces I need to repair over here. What was up there? So I'm going to go all the way around. bunch of stuff to hand.
Do you have need of something?
What the hell? Oh, I gotta kill it. Okay. Sure, what? Or shine it, I guess.
There is much to be done, and fewer hands by which to do it.
There is much to be done, and fewer hands by which.
Find the vandal. Ask him to stop. Can you please stop?
Might you spare a moment?
No, that's a VIP. I think there's someone legit down this way.
Might you spare a moment?
Oh yeah, I got tons of room here. I don't think I'm capped on any virtues at the moment. I did not notice that they had experience games going this weekend. Probably why I'm kind of trucking along here. Ooh, they go outside. Okay. We have to go around this map. So apparently they just made a new type of pie in the game. Great, we can't do it. That's not it. Apparently it's like a new endgame pie that's like 10,000 gold a pie or something. Mainly because no one knows what to price it at.
There is much to be done, and fewer hands by which to do it. Might you spare a moment?
It is funny that it's just like me and one other guy questing in this area right now. But I think the next areas are going to be just full of people because it's close to the cap soon. Like, I'm pretty sure Umbar is still the end game area. Like, I think this town is going to be it. It's been that cap for a while, so.
Do you have need of some?
Oh. Find the vandal. Get that ship to search over here. Something up here. Oh, salamander and toad legs, right. Bring that back up there. Oh, look, already going on set. That's weird. I thought I started the stream earlier than that, but I actually woke up super late today. Hey, Fenry, how you doing? Tune Twitch? What? Oh, I got a lot of this shit. Do I do this in... Oh. Nope. I getcha. Yeah, I have Twitch Turbo, so I never see it. Mine should only have an ad at the start and nothing else, right? I never check it, but as far as I know, that's how I have it set up. Make one of these and see. Do I just get one skill gain from this? Oh my god, that's so not worth doing. Yeah, okay. That is purely for if you're capped and you just want to make a whole bunch of ones. Got it. 3 minutes of ads, not a long time. That's weird. I mean, honestly, ads do nothing for me. If I could just turn them off, I would. Oh, well. Going, I missed the bulk opportunity. Let's see here. Monster Hunter Prior World? Yeah, a little bit. I wasn't a huge fan. The game's always been clunky by design, like going all the way back to the first game. But yeah, my first one was Try, which I played it for a little bit. I didn't play much. Like, I kind of have a hard time with some of the older stuff where, you know, every game they come out with a few things that make it easier to play. Yeah, 4U is good. 4U is good. I do know that. Is that the one that I have on Switch? I don't even know if my Switch is charged. Hold on. No, that's Generations Ultimate that I was playing on Switch. That's the first I've fired up the Switch in, like, over half a year. And right back off it goes. Yeah, the handheld ones I can't get behind as much. I mean, I know that they're good, but I don't know. Like, something about the small screen, the small controller, you know, even on Switch, it's kind of a pain. There we go. Oh god, I can't even imagine using the touchscreen. It sounds awful. Should have done Metalsmith first. No, looks exactly like the one I have. How wonderful. It's slightly better. I'd have to put some might on it, but I'm not terribly worried. Cool, these are actually interchangeable, so I can just jump right over. Yu's pretty good. I know that when people started getting pissed off with Wilds, a lot of people jumped over to GU because it was like, I think it was like $5 on the store. And everyone's like, yeah, fuck it, this is better. Like, go play this. It was good. I didn't get too far because I was just playing it, you know, at work in between jobs, but... Like, I just don't play Switch much. I never did. It's why I never bothered to get a Switch 2. I'm like... Got a ton of guns. Yeah. Couldn't really tell you. Yeah, that is the best part of the guns, is the wide range utility and all. Make sure there's nothing I actually want to craft here. I don't think any of this is really killing what I've got. Everything's just like slightly better than the questing stuff, and it's like, nah. I don't feel like messing with essences either, so... Oh, weapons. Anything cool? These don't even look different. Yeah, I'm not worried about this. We're just cruising on by. Yeah, honestly, playing with someone else is going to make it a lot easier to deal with. I mean, it's like any game, really, where it's like, you know, playing with friends is always a good thing. Especially with someone that, you know, is there with you and you're actually going to play a lot of. Set on those, at least until I get my mastery up, which I really should do. What tier am I on? Dwarf player? Should be able to find that. I don't have that sitting in my... Here's storage range. No. Find what level range that is and make a day of that. It has been just slamming out there today. I have this horrible feeling I'm going to wind up going out to work and all the work's going to dry up. And it's been like, you know, busy all day today. Speaking of which, I should check something. Oh, what else do we even have to take care of here? Trying to wind down here, but I keep finding more stuff. Oh, right up here? Good.
What?
What does it matter if they're on the walls? They're just walls. No value to them. We live here now. We'll do as we please. Nice to see that we're in the Yakuza world of, like, you know, you tell someone not to do something and they're just like, oh, kick your ass. And he ran from the town. There he goes. Okay. That was weird. One was so fucking strange. Where you attack with the right stick. I've played it before just out of curiosity, and I was like, no, can't do it. Like, I can respect the shit out of Monster Hunter, but it's like, until they started making the game more playable, I was just like, man, I'm not dealing with all this crap. Hero of the Shield Isles, woo. Damn, got 2100 experience for the virtue trait. For the, yeah, for honor. Okay, so we need to do Explorer and Slayer. Oh god, Slayer is going to be hard. Well, like, the thing that kills me, right? Monster Hunter was supposed to be the answer to Phantasy Star Online. Like, that was supposed to be, you know, its equivalent or whatever. And hell no. Like, Phantasy Star Online was way more playable than that. Now, as the game moved along, yeah, now, obviously, you know, well, Phantasy Star is barely even a thing. I still can't believe they just fucking assassinated Phantasy Star Online 2. It's wild. Like, we waited over a decade for that fucking game to come out here. Oh, okay. Waited. I played the Japanese. But it was already a gacha game. Don't make any mistake, it always was. Like, I played on Japanese servers back in the day. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I was like, man, if they ever bring this out, it's gonna really do well. And they brought it out. And for about, less than a year, it was doing pretty good. Then they came out with New Genesis, and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, it just absolutely annihilated the game for me. I went from playing it regularly on stream and all, to just dropping it. And I was not the only one. And I'm like, cool, all that effort you guys had in trying to bring it over, and you just set it on fire as soon as it was here.
What do you need?
Not fuss over me. I look worse than I feel. Guess my crew didn't fare as well. Arax is not far from here. Yeah, I know. I just came from it. I was making my way there to besiege. Considering its aid, your arrival was auspicious. The dreaded Corsairs are beached to the west of us just a bit further. I travel with you, but for my knee. I'll continue towards Halrax and dispatch Vecco and his guard to meet you at the ship. Fear I'd only hinder you in a fight. Go now and tell the Corsair dog of a captain Mooglik sent you. Yeah, that new art style was terrible. Like, it's just crazy because that thing was such a feature-complete, great game when it came out over here. It was almost too much game. And then they replaced it with just this absolute steaming pile. Like, you can say all you want about, like, Star Wars Galaxy's, like, combat upgrade and, all that shit. This was worse. This was way worse. Which one's that? I don't even remember which one it is. Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, I mean, the second you say, like, what they made, you're like, oh, cool, so they're just gonna replace it with a shittier game later? Like, people remember that stuff. Like, these developers need to realize that people are kind of savvy now on who makes their games. And reputation means a lot. You leave that crate right where it is, and I'll claim anything on your person. It's payment for any crewmate you slaughtered. Uh-huh. Can we fight now? Thank you. Ooh, you've got a lot of health. I can actually hit you with a good shit. If you don't stun me... Come on, man. I'm in the middle of shit here. Yep. 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 And the cash out. Oh! I did they hit him with a... Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, we got him with a full rupture. Still feels good. What's the name of the game? I don't even remember. Like, I didn't see the Game Award this year. Like, I usually stream it, and I actually forgot it was going on. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm not too worried about it. It's not like I'm playing it, probably. Like, there's very little on the horizon I give a shit about. Like, I'm playing a lot of older games right now, and apparently I'm not the only one. Like, there's a lot of people just dipping into the backlog, or just going to, Forever Games or whatever. Honestly, game dev is kind of in the toilet at the moment. And it's just threatening to get worse. God damn. I'm missing all those. Yeah, Requiem looked alright. I haven't bothered. I mean, there's been plenty of decent games that come out. It's just, I can't hold out hope for them. I need to be told after the fact, oh yeah, that was pretty good. Okay, cool. You know. Unless it is something I am really anticipating. You know. I mean, shit, I got like part of the way into East 10 and just gave up because they almost instantly announced that, oh no, this better version is coming out later, which it's out now. And they're like, oh, well, you can have a discount because you got the other one. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, I should just plain get it. There should be a patch. I mean, I'm not dissatisfied with Wilds. I played Wilds. It's just Wilds is nowhere near as much enjoyment that I got out of it as whatever the fuck the last one was, Rise. I got so much playtime out of Rise. I mean, I'll toss Wilds on now and then. You know, if I know that I've got, like, you know, an hour to kill or something.
Is there something you need?
Like, it's a fun game to,
Sociable, my friend.
to throw up on the projector. You know, it's kind of a, it's an eye-grabbing game. I don't think anyone expected Monster Hunter to shit the bed. And honestly, it's not a bad game. You know, it's fine. It is Monster Hunter. It, you know, it has some different ideas. They at least tried some different stuff. A lot of it didn't work out, and I'm going to be sad to see some of it go, because I actually like the way the open world is. It's what I've been waiting for the series to do this whole time. I mean, they're all on rails. Like, most of the time, you know, it's literally just instance after instance. Here, at least, it's like open world stuff. But a lot of that doesn't really kick in until after the plot, which is terrible. Like, why do they keep bothering to give us a plot? Like, I guess it's just expected to be there, but... I like how I'm only distributing this money to, the freebooters that look like they're down on their luck. Like, this guy, he didn't get shit. And the story was always kind of mandatory. Like, that's how you initially got through your first set of ranks and all, right? Like, you had to do them. Like, Rise had mandatory stuff that... Okay, I actually had a bigger problem with Rise's tower defense stuff. I hated that shit. Now, it turned out not to be so bad, but I still would have preferred it not be there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they all do. And unfortunately, World and Wilds are in the same boat where they tried to go big, mainline console PC releases, and as a result, they run like shit. Meanwhile, Rise is nice and stylized, but it runs great. I never had a single problem with that game. Oh, there's another guy out here leveling. All right. Yeah, it's twice my health. God damn. Well, Wilds has, the problem of being a little too easy for most of it, just because you can exploit those wounds way too easily. Oh, shit, there's actually a few people out here now. Me most of the day. Yeah, I never got through Iceborne. Like, I have it. I just never got through it. Like, there were parts of World I liked. The whole thing of, like, actually sitting down and tracking the monster and stuff like that. That was cool. The mount in Wilds is probably... I don't know. I do and don't like that you can just, like, point it at where you want to go, and then you just spend the entire trip, like, grappling collectibles. I mean, it's respectful of your time, if nothing else, but, I think Wilds works best for me when I'm just kind of not even intending to do anything. I have no goal, and I just go out, funny enough, into the wilds, and just start hunting whatever I see, That's fun. Not having to go back to town. That's pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of games you get derailed at all and it's just over. It's like, well, I don't remember where I was. Oh, no, I don't do guides.
Welcomes most.
Well, you travel to Umbar. Yes. Interesting that I have the chance to say yes or no here. I'll be honest. Like as much, you'll need this.
Something you need?
And he gave me my money back, I guess. Can't keep your coin if you don't mean to stay. Interesting. So I basically paid this guy 10 gold to do quests here, and then he gave it back. Alright, I think we are clear on this area. Oh yeah, you give me the chance to go and find something that looks good, I will fight harder for that than something that makes my number go higher. Every time.
Greetings, kind traveler.
Wait. That's been all. Can I just take? Where is that? Oh, I can just take a boat here. Huh. Halo gameplay tends to be relaxed. We have different definitions of relaxed. I think healing is the most stressful thing you can do in a game. Must be below deck. I can't go below deck. There he is.
No one will tell me the right way to prepare toad or salamander legs.
I do think that DPS is very much underrated on how stressful it is. I enjoy tanking, though. Tanking's not hard. You know, it's like, do you have the gear for it? Cool, then, you know, you should probably know what to do. That's about it. Okay, I think I'm done here. Let me take a look at my tasks here. Nope, I'm still on 6 out of 6, because that was early this morning that I did that, so that hasn't ticked over. Inventory is looking terrible. Fantastic. Love it. Got some metalsmith shit here. This one. There. I just got a tip on Uber. Okay. From when? I haven't been on Uber in forever. 2 nights ago. Weird. Probably just sell this shit. Hang on. Oh, duration block cancel. Let's hang on to that now. We'll go through that another time. Looks like we are. Let me make sure before I get this wrong. Nope, I have done everything I found out here.
It is a fine day indeed.
I go to Halrax. I'm actually shocked that they are allowing me to take a boat somewhere I haven't been.
Ah, greetings.
It's kind of wild. Off to Jackspinal we go, and we are officially in Umbar. Like, I think they intended me to swim? I don't know, but they do give you a boat. So I'm not going to get too into this, but... at least check in with Legolas and Gimli here. Well, Monster Hunter Rise, at least, I used to have a really good Hunter Horn build that was, you know, it healed, it did damage buffs, it did everything. It was great. I actually really liked Hunter Horn in that. I should try it out in Wilds and see how it is, but...
Here we are. How much further do you think we have to go?
The Cape of Umbar. We have made it to the final leg of our journey.
Yeah, oh, I remember RO. We're almost at the end of our mission. I wouldn't say that.
This is not the road we expected to take, but it is now the one we must walk.
I do at least want to set eyes on Umbar here. Of course, I arrive at night. I'm always arriving at night. But look at all the quests. Oh, this is just going to be a fucking jungle, isn't it?
Might you spare a moment?
Meet with the magistrate. Great. What are you looking at?
Good day to you, traveler.
Go to the stable master. Can't go anywhere. Alright, have a good one. Good to see you, man. I'll be getting out of here soon myself. Holy shit, that's a lot of words. I think I'm getting out of here now, so I'm not reading all that. It's gonna be a no for me, dog. Yeah, I gotta get a shower in, I gotta get some food, and then a rest. And then I am gonna be working quite a bit tonight, so I am out of here. Yeah, that was a fun bit of questing. The shield isles, pretty much. Interesting little bunch of quests there. I'm kind of curious how Umbar is going to go. It does look like Umbar is quite large, from what I'm seeing. There's lots of areas here, which is great. But from my understanding, we've actually been in Umbar, you know, as far as like content goes, for a good while. Wow, those clouds look strange. Looks like a projection of clouds, actually. But yeah, we've been in Umbar for quite a while, I think. Because that's when the level cap was 150. And it stayed at 150 until just a few months ago. So there's going to be quite a bit of content here, and I'm going to be over-leveling it. I really wanted to get here earlier than this, but, you know, too much other stuff going on, man. I can't be concerned with that. Taking a look at this area before I get out of here, but... I do like the way that they do cities now, where they have like all these imposter NPCs that are not, you know, they're not really NPCs, they're just decorations, but it makes it look like there's people here, you know? Good stuff. I am slightly worried that this area is going to overstay its welcome. I don't mind, like, Arabian-themed desert areas, especially in MMOs and all. I think some of those are pretty fucking iconic, in fact. But the issue is that this is not iconic to Lord of the Rings. This is new. This is something different, and I don't know if they're going to be responsible about it. I don't know. I'm excited to find out, though. But in any case, that's going to do it for me tonight. I need to get out of here and get my stuff going. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. I should be around tomorrow, maybe? Maybe not. Maybe not. I might have to hang out with my friend who is back in the workforce, and I'm sure she's wanting to get out and do her thing, so I might have to be involved in that. But at any rate, I will be around when I am around. Have a good one, everybody. I will see you when I see you.